Welcome back, everybody. So we are building on our art elements again. First we did line, now we're working on shape. So again, just like before, we're popping up our name on top and our class period. That way if it gets lost, I'm able to get it back to you. So with our art elements, these are the pieces that build up our pictures. We have shape today. Shapes is an enclosed space and it is limited by 2 dimensions. So we have 2 different things that build our shapes. That is length and width. So we have a whole host of examples down here that we can use for building our shapes. And so you will see a name, a description, and then it's kind of hard to see on this one, but it says drawing. What you have to do is if I give you the name, so I know what a circle looks like, I write down what a circle is. So basically it's a line that ends up touching itself in a curvilinear shape. Is curvilinear. So curvilinear, so curve, it's a curved line. There's curvilinear and touches beginning. Dot. And obviously I try to draw a circle as best I can because that's my example. Okay, so if I think about a description of a shape that has 3 sides, I have to figure out the name for it. So if I'm drawing a shape that has 3 sides, it looks like this. For the most part, there's a couple ones that look differently. Might have one that looks like that. Might have, I'm trying to think of another one, really irregular shaped one, maybe kind of like that. So this would be a triangle. Triangle. And the reason they call it a triangle, because tri, if you break it down, it means 3. And angle. So obviously we have 3 different angles. So if I look here, 1, 2, 3 angles. Okay. So now I have a drawing of a square. And I know it's pretty hard to see on here, so we can always just redraw it. It has 3 equal sides. That's what that normally means in math. And if I have these little right angle symbols here too, that means that I have 90 degrees. So all of these are 90 degrees and I have the exact same side length. So if I had the exact same side length, I would hope you guys would know what this is. This would be a square. S-Q-U-A-R-E. So it has equal length sides and 4 90 degree angles. Okay, so along the same-ish type of description, we're working with 4 sides, 2 sets of different lengths. So I have 4 sides, obviously, and 2 sets of different lengths. If I have 2 sets, that means 2 of them are 1 length, another set of 2 are 2 different lengths. So I draw 2 lengths right here and then connect them. So this is the same, just like I did up here, but because these are longer, I put 2 lines here, knowing that those are different than these shorter ones. And again, you can pop on your 90-degree angles if you want to. That just means that they hit at a 90-degree angle. So if I look at this shape, we have a rectangle. And for these last 2, these are also ones that you come up with. So if you go back and you think about a shape that you see around you, if you go outside and you look at certain shapes, if you go back and think to math, there are different types of shapes that we talk about, especially whenever you get into geometry. So for example, like I'm not going to describe and write all the other stuff down, but if you guys look up an octagon, we have 8 sides. If I can do it correctly, it's kind of like our stop signs. Or you could do a parallelogram. So that's got 2, 1, 1. All these are supposed to be the same length. I'm really bad at drawing octagons. So I would go, and if you need to, you can use your cell phone as like a resource. You can look up different types of shapes, but I also need the description added with those. And now I have this arrow, which means I flip my paper over. We're also talking about organic versus geometric shapes. So these are on the opposite ends of a scale. Organic means that I find them in nature. These are free-form shapes and suggest our natural world of shapes. And geometric, on the other hand, are 2D shapes defined by their sets of points or vertices, angles, and lines connected to the points in a closed chain. So for instance, I might see a pentagon, a rhombus, a kite, or an octagon. That'll also help us on the front of our paper as well if you want to steal one of these. So if I'm drawing a leaf, I might do a ginkgo biloba leaf. So you guys can look up different types of leaves. So they kind of look like this. I might do a splat. So that's just whenever something splats on the floor like some ketchup, or if you ever watched Nickelodeon way back when, they used to do that all the time. A hand, draw a hand as best you can. You got the palm, your wrist, got a thumb coming out here. No, let's make that the pinky. So there's my thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger. I got a pinky coming out here. If you want to draw fingernails, go for it. Just to make it look like a hand in general. And then a feather. Skinny, hold up. It's got one stem through the center, and then it's got all these little veins that ride through it, and those are all the little different points of the feather. Okay, so for geometric, on the other hand, you see we have nice curved shapes here, and we have the opposite. Now we got to flip back to our angle. So penta means 5, so we have a pentagon. So I need 5 sides. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. How am I going to do that? I forgot how it looks. 4, 5. Good enough. Pentagon. Kind of looks like a diamond. So basically, as long as it has 5 sides, you're good. Rhombus. So this is similar to a parallelogram. So if you look up a rhombus, if I remember correctly, it looks like this. So we actually have 4 different lengths on this, or no, 3 different lengths. So this one is our longest, second longest, and then these 2 are the same. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A kite. This is kind of like the kite that we see up in the sky. So we got 2 different lengths, and this one's a little bit longer. So 1 length, 2 lengths. And an octagon. So again, we got those 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did the best I could. All these are supposed to be the same lengths. And then now in this box, please draw a drawing that is only made up of shapes. I need to see at least 20 different shapes. You can go geometric, you can go organic, you can do a mix of the two, you can layer them, you can stack them, you can do whatever you need to do to fit that 20 shapes. Again, I'm not drawing this is all on you guys, and if you finish ahead of time, you're more than welcome to color those. So if you have any questions, need any help, please let me know by raising your hand, and I'd be glad to help you guys out. Thank you for watching.